Hey guys, it's Josh Gayman, and in this video, I am going to walk you through a live wholesale deal and show you exactly how I sold it. All the way from the beginning where I talked to the seller and set the appointment, going to the appointment, I've got live footage and photos and the drone going up at the property. There goes the jet, hang on. Got loud there for a minute. And then after we contract the deal, make sure you stay on the video because I'm gonna walk you through setting up my buyer blast. Now, if you need to get a big cash buyer list on steroids, go check out the last video I just dropped. I'm gonna leave the link in the comments. And while you're here, please give this video a like and leave some love down in the comments. And make sure you stick around all the way till the end because my very favorite part of this video is at the very end where I show you live the script I use with the buyer that I use on every single deal that got this deal sold. Here we go.
Here I am where the movie started, facing at a photo they've taken. Space tree flying through the skies and petals up on air.
So for an as-is cash offer done deal, what would you take? 220. Let me. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Give me about 10 minutes and let me see what I think I can do, and I'll give you a shout back here on your home line in about 10 minutes. Okay, I'll talk to you in 10. Hey James, it's Josh. I might be able to get to the 220, and if these guys coming at 3R, maybe I could even beat them by a hair. I'm not sure without seeing it. What time would work to come by after they leave? 4:30? Okay. I'll be there at 4:30. If you need anything, just call me on my cell phone here. Okay. And see you at 4:30 sharp. Thanks, James. Okay. All right, so we went to the appointment last night with James, and I got there. Bubba actually came along with me. It was super awesome. Helped me get the deal. Instantly, the house I recognized smelled like cat urine, and it was not in the best of shape. Now, mostly cosmetic. Roof looked good, AC looked good, electrical looked good. All the components were there. The kitchen looked fine. It's just that there was stuff everywhere, and it kind of smelled, and everything was very dated. I tried to negotiate down, and on that original qualification call, he had an offer from 30 days ago from a guy at $218,000, and I thought that sounded a little bit high based on what I saw in the comps, but hey, let's go see what happens in person. So I looked at the house. I came back to the living room with him. I sat down next to him. I said, so how'd it go with the appointment? The guy that was here right before me. He goes, he didn't like it. He said it was too much money. So right away that told me, okay, well, that guy already tried to feel him out for flexibility, and sounds like he didn't budge. I said, okay, well, what was the deal? You said you had another offer 30 days ago from a guy at 218 or something like that. I go, why didn't you do it? He goes, well, I was waiting on a couple other offers. Now, I don't know if he meant the other guy that was there right before me or other people or what, because I don't think he had gotten my marketing yet, although he may have just gotten it and waited a week to call me, but I think that's a little unlikely. So I said, okay. I said, well, are you flexible? And he said, a little bit. I said, all right. And I offered him 205, and I thought that was still pretty competitive for this house, to be honest with you, in the shape that it's in. He said, no, I can't do that. I've got the other offer at 218. I said, okay, so you're just going to wait and see if he's real at 218. He goes, well, I think he's real. I said, all right, well, I'm here now. If I'll match it at 218, will you do that? He said, yes. So I pulled out my contract and we signed the deal right there. Done deal, got pictures, pulled up the drone, and we'll see what we can do with this. So I don't know. I hope we're going to sell this deal. I know Bubba hopes we're going to sell this deal because Bubba's trying to get to 3 this month. That's his personal goal. But we'll see. So here we go. Now let's get into the disposition. Bubba, we got one.
We got one.
All right, so just sent myself this test email out of MailChimp, getting ready to blast this thing out. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is the headline. It's very important. You want to have a captivating headline. In this case, I've got Mesa Monster Wholesale Spread, $55,000 spread, easy cosmetic flip. And this is why you send yourself a test email, right? Like, I don't need to have spread in there twice. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that, fix that, send myself another test email. Mesa Monster Wholesale, $55,000 spread, easy cosmetic flip. So a few important things on the headline here, guys, I want to show you is that you always want to have the location, because a lot of people are going to open it based on location. Now you might think that, well, what if somebody doesn't want Mesa and then they miss out on this deal? Well, that's fine. We're not looking for those people. We want to make sure that the person who's in Mesa, that likes Mesa, that they do not miss this email, because that's going to be our buyer. So we always want to have the location. And you want to have a captivating word in your headline. In this case, I used monster. And I like to include the word wholesale, so when people see it in their email, they realize, oh, it's a wholesale deal. $55,000 spread. I like to include the spread, and then sometimes I'll put something like this, easy cosmetic flick. That's kind of alluding to the fact that, hey, this is probably a pretty clean house. The whole point of the headline, guys, is that when they see it in their email, that it makes them open the darn thing. You can see I was just testing another email too. If you pause that and go back, because I've got a couple of properties going to go out in the next couple of days. Quick note, I only send one email per day. So I'm getting, it's the weekend right now, I'm getting a couple actually 3 properties ready to go, because I'm going to have them loaded up in the queue, sending one out Monday at 9:15, one Tuesday at 9:15, and one Wednesday at 9:15. I only blast properties Monday through Thursday, and I try to only blast one a day, unless we have so many deals in the queue that I have to blast more than one. I don't want to blast them too early where they get backlogged with everybody's emails, where people are coming in and going delete, 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 trying to clear out their inbox. And I don't like to blast them out too late in the day when people are drained of their energy and they're out and about in the field. So I think 9:15 is a great time to blast your properties, kind of an ideal time. You'll see here I've got my branding. You always want a captivating pick. A lot of times I'll go with the drone pick. In this case, I was able to get the best shot, actually, because the way the sunset was falling, I thought was this one. So I actually went with this one, although I do have drone picks. Now, if you click on the pick, you'll notice that is going to go to the pictures. So usually the cover pick's going to be the first pick, and then I'll do a few pictures of the front from a few different angles, make it look good. Now, in this case, I went to this. You want to use money shots in your first 6 pictures to grab their attention. In this case, this was a money shot. Why? Shows the lot, really nice here. Shows the proximity. It's right across the street from a park. Obviously, you've got beautiful mountains in the background here. It's an awesome shot that I like to use there. So there's your drone shot. And then there's another drone shot there. And then I bring it into the walkthrough. So I go up to the porch. We're going to turn around and show them a little bit of the neighborhood. And then we are going to go into the house and start our walkthrough. It's going too slow, so I'm going to go back to the email blast right now. But basically that goes all the way through the house as if they're walking through the house. You guys can click on this YouTube video up here and watch more on how to take pictures of houses. Very key, guys, for your wholesale deals, especially if you have occupancy issues where it's harder to show them. Here you want to have your address nice and bold at the top. You want to have the cross streets or the area if it's a well-known area, so you can do either or there. I always like to highlight and have really bold the wholesale price and the ARV. Sometimes I'll also do an as-is retail price. So this is definitely a fix and flip play. Even though this house actually isn't in that bad of condition, somebody probably could buy this and rent it out as is or move into it, and basically it's as is condition. It's definitely a flip play. So I opted to not use the as is retail value here. We only went to ARV. And then here you're going to go into your sales context. So in this case, I've got your next flip. You guys can pause the YouTube here and read that if you want to. But basically, you want to sell them on the deal right there, get them envisioning that they're buying it, the profits they're going to make. You're going to have another pictures to the link. Then you're getting into the bullet points of the house. I like to include a floor plan, if I can pull that out of the county assessor, somewhere around the square footage, because fix and flippers will find that very useful because they can then visualize their flip. Visualization is key, guys. So that's what you're doing up here. And your sales copy, that's also what I'm doing here. And of course, the pictures also help with the visualization. Huge. If they can see it, they're going to want it. Another link to pictures. So you can see, guys, I'm trying to get them to the pictures. That's key. You want to have a good open rate with your title, and then you want to get them title, and then you want to get them to open your pictures. Underneath that, guys, I'm going to have my number to contact me. If you guys want to reach out to me, send me a text. And then you include the comps, guys, and you're going to obviously use the best comps that you can find to support your ARV in this case. And then what I like to do is actually show them, again, the visualization of the comp. So I go in descending order here from highest to lowest, right? And you guys can pause this YouTube and kind of watch I'll use the same terminology. If you guys watch other YouTubes where I show my disposition in almost all my comps. So it always starts with the address, sold for blank or pending at blank. A lot of times if they sell quick, only 5 days, in 6 days, last month, 2 weeks ago, etc. And then I'll put other stuff that's going to help compare to our house, like this one, updated but not a remodel, basic remodel, houses over 400 square feet, smaller than subject, etc. Again, you guys can pause that if you want to read all that. We've got the comps here in descending order so they can see that that is a very real thing. If they want to go and look at those comps, they can. And then I like to add a screenshot of the area that we comped. In this case, this is one, it's actually 2 huge subdivisions where all the houses were developed at the same time by the same builder. So they're all extremely comparable. Guys, this should never be a quarter-mile radius. If you're doing a quarter-mile radius, that's a problem. You should actually be drawing maps around exactly the houses that are apples to apples, not only when you're selling houses, but also when you're comping houses, because that's how you're going to figure out the actual value. In this case, I went just outside the main streets all the way around. So someone familiar with the area can visualize exactly where that is. Again, I'm going to have the pictures down here. Again, I'm going to have my phone number there, and then I'm going to have my disclosures. And if you guys want to read all my disclosures, go ahead and pause the YouTube and do so right there. All right, guys. So now I'm going to go back into MailChimp. Actually, I'm sorry. Before I do that, I'm going to do a quick proofread of this. You guys might have already paused it and done that. Now it's my turn. All right. Mostly looks good. So now I'm going to go back and get this thing ready to go. Now, if you are going to blast it immediately, obviously in MailChimp, you're just going to hit send. In this case, like I said, I'm getting this one in the queue. So I'm going to schedule it out. And I already have the other one going out Monday, so I'm going to send this one out Tuesday. We talked about why time is important, 9:15 a.m. Make sure it's in your local time zone. And if you are virtual wholesaling, make sure to change the time zone to the time zone that the property's in, obviously. I'm going to schedule my campaign and wait for the monkey to give me that rock on. There it is, and we're ready to blast this thing off. So I'll keep you guys posted, and in the next scene, we should be...
If you're getting something out of this, please hit that little like button down there. Then on the other side, click subscribe, and next to it, tap that little bell, and you're gonna get notifications every time we drop a new episode. Also, let me know in the comments what market you're in, and leave the word in all caps, committed, and let's do this together.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Lenny, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good today. How are you?
I'm good. I had everybody circling that thing like hawks. It's getting circled a little bit more now, but it is still available. But that's the one where, you know, the older gentleman's living there, and I promised him no showing. So I could arrange access, but we'd pretty much need a done deal, you know, before I wanted to bother him with it.
Well, I'll pull the trigger on this one.
If you just want to text me over the entity that you're closing in and your email address, give me about 10 minutes and I'll have the assignment over to you. And the only thing that we ask is that you send it back within 15 minutes. If you have any questions or concerns, that's fine. Just call me within that same time window, because as soon as we hang up here, you know, it's spoken for you. So if somebody else calls me that's driving it and says, hey, Josh, I want it, you know, I'll tell them, no, sorry, it's already sold. And then if we get past that 15-minute window and I haven't heard from you, then I'd go back to them. Otherwise, it's yours.
Sounds like a plan, Josh. You're upfront and doing it by the book. I like that.
Appreciate that. Well, we like to do good business, and hopefully we'll do more deals in the future with you. So if you text me that right over, like I said, give me about 10 minutes, and I'll have that right over to you. And then I'll text you as soon as I send it.
Sounds good. I'll do it right now.
One last thing, Lenny. Does it help if I send it to you DocuSign, or do you want just a regular PDF?
You can DocuSign it.
Okay, sounds good. It's just, I think, 2 pages or 3 pages if it's big typing. So real simple, but any questions, just give me a shout.
Will do.
Thanks, Lenny.
Thanks, Josh.
Bye-bye.